Hey guys, it is Sunday here in West Virginia, and I forgot all about making the video on the awesome custom that my friend Gilbert Martinez built for me and sent to me this week. It's an amazing custom. Unfortunately, on the way here, our stupid postal service was a little bit abusive with the package, throwing it around. So the passenger mirror broke off of the little pedestal part, and I got it back on, but I used a very small amount of glue because I didn't want to take a chance of getting glue on this sweet paint job. And it did not hold up very well. It lasted for like 2 days. I was able to take some pretty good pics of the car. I was hoping to get the video in before it broke, but I didn't. Yeah, I had it sitting on 3-wheel motion in the display case up here with the other ones, and when it tilted back, it hit the back of the case and just knocked the mirror right off. It was like barely hanging on there, just enough to get some good pics. So maybe someday I'll try to put it on again. And then also Gilbert mentioned that he still had the stock style mirrors for it. He could paint and I could put on it. The only thing I'm worried about is getting these old ones off to put new ones on it. Not sure I can do that. So maybe it'll just be mirrorless on the passenger side. But anyways, that's the only thing that got messed up on the way here. Thankfully, nothing else is damaged. This is a beautiful paint job. I don't know if this is like a candy orange or candy tangerine. It reminds me of some of the old ISCA show cars from the 80s and 90s. Whenever my father was showing cars in that show circuit, well, we just did the Cleveland one and stuff, but there were still some really cool cars that came in there, and the candy colors were just amazing. And this is one that reminds me of like the candy tangerine. I remember there was an Opel GT that was candy tangerine, and I absolutely love that color, and this is pretty much what it looked like. And then there's also like ghosted in graphics on the side of it and on the hood and roof and deck lid. They're a little darker. But yeah, this thing is amazing, the paint job. And then the interior is also painted by hand, and the detailed steering wheel and such. The car is just absolutely amazing. It looks a lot better in person than on camera, if you can believe that. Because on camera, it looks really cool and such. Beautiful detail. I mean, just the time he spent painting this car and putting it back together with the details is amazing. And then the suspension, it's not a 3D printed chassis either. Oh yeah, the gas tank fell off. And that was another thing, because I wanted to tighten the back screw, and I took the gas tank off. That was the one thing M2 did with their design that I did not like on their Regal, is that they hid the screw under the gas can or gas tank. So anyways, yeah, I'll have to glue that back on, or I don't know, maybe I'll just leave it off in case I do have to tighten the rear screw again. But anyways, that's kind of how you add pressure on the pivot ball here. As you can see, it is similar to the 3D printed chassis that I get from Diecast Mafia, with the same style, with the pivot ball. Now, the front A-arms are done a little different because these are just a single post with a pivot ball on them. So, very cool setup. It works very well. Yeah, here's one from Diecast Mafia, crudely painted by me. Sorry, but as you can see, it's a pivot ball, same setup. And he has A-arms on his. But as I mentioned, the one here is all done by hand. There's no aftermarket pieces being used. And it rolls really good. I mean, unbelievably good. Even with the camber on the tires and stuff, it still rolls awesome. So very cool. And it can only go so low in the back. It's about as low as I can get her to go in the back. Now the front goes down to where the wheels touch the fenders. And it will do every pose that you want it to do. I always, if I'm going to do three wheel, we'll do it on the good side. Both sides are good. It's just the one side's missing the mirror. But there you go on three wheel motion. The car is amazing. And I have to say, this is probably the best diecast gift I've ever gotten. This thing is beautiful. And I know I've thanked him many times, but thanks again, Gilbert. Love this thing. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I do have an S10 that I'm sending him. I got another model kit because my son wanted me to keep the S10 model. He was kind of a little upset that I didn't because we were supposed to build it in the spring. So I got another one. Plus, I wanted to do another S10 die cast, but paint it. But my painting skills are not that great, and I don't have anywhere to do it here, especially in the winter time. We have a building, like a storage building, like a shed. But we do not have a garage, so it's hard to paint stuff during the winter unless it's done with a brush or marker or something like that. So I'm going to send this to Gilbert and have it stripped and painted the same color or something similar to it, an orange color, and we'll have that little guy in a different color. So that's it for that video, or for this video, guys, and we'll be back again tomorrow with our Mopar Monday. I'm just going to show you guys some Mopars that I picked up over the week. It was actually in the second box that I got, the one that we did the unboxing on of the 20 cars. I forgot to do the unboxing on the 10 cars, but anyways, we'll take a look at the 4 Mopars that came in the box, so at least you get to see half of them. The other half I ended up getting rid of. Some of them I think I still have, but since I don't have them all, I'm not going to do the full unboxing video. Just do the 4 Mopars for you tomorrow for Mopar Monday. And there's a little bit of everything. There's A bodies, B body, and an E body. So everything is included tomorrow for Mopar Monday. So thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy your Sunday, and I will see you tomorrow.